Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Newsbrowse News broadcast. According to Al Jazeera, overnight airstrikes conducted by Pakistani security forces in Afghanistan's Paktia province have resulted in significant civilian casualties. Local villagers returned to inspect their destroyed homes following the strikes, which reportedly killed at least 36 civilians and wounded 163 others. The Pakistani military described the operations as precision strikes targeting fighters allied with the Pakistani Taliban, Tehrik-i-Taliban Pakistan, or TTP. Islamabad claimed that the operation successfully neutralized 29 armed fighters. Pakistan's government stated that the cross-border strikes were carried out in retaliation for a series of recent deadly attacks launched by armed groups within Pakistan over the preceding days. Tensions between Islamabad and the Taliban government in Kabul have escalated as Pakistan repeatedly accuses Afghanistan of harboring militants who launch cross-border attacks. Afghan officials and local families have strongly condemned the strikes, mourning the deaths of loved ones and highlighting the heavy toll on innocent civilians in the border regions. According to reports from Al Jazeera, Israeli forces launched a military operation in southern Syria involving overnight artillery shelling and the use of illumination flares against a village in the region. The incident has reportedly caused significant distress among the local population. Syrian state media described the situation as creating widespread panic, which prompted many families to flee their homes and seek safety in nearby towns. As of now, the strategic objectives of these incursions remain part of an evolving regional situation. Al Jazeera continues to monitor developments regarding the security implications of these actions on the ground in southern Syria. A recent Memorandum of Understanding, MoU, between the United States and Iran seeks to address the immediate fallout of their 109-day conflict, which has severely disrupted global energy markets. According to Al Jazeera, the 14-point agreement replaces the U.S. naval blockade with a framework intended to reopen the Strait of Hormuz. Analysts describe the pact as an agreement of the compelled, suggesting that it is not a genuine trust-building measure, but rather a strategic effort to manage mutual economic and military pain. Unlike previous ceasefires in Gaza and Lebanon, which involved fragmented non-state actors, this MoU benefits from direct communication channels between state-level security establishments. While limited skirmishes persist, the deal serves as a mechanism to prevent a full-scale return to open warfare during a 60-day negotiation window. Ultimately, observers characterize the current state of affairs as pessimism, noting that while a lasting peace remains elusive, the established framework for managed rivalry provides a significant improvement over previous uncontained conflict. According to a report by the Epoch Times, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu praised the newly signed U.S.-brokered security agreement with Lebanon, calling it a heavy blow to Iran and Hezbollah. However, Hezbollah leader Naim Qassem strongly rejected the agreement, labeling it as a surrender to Israel and declaring it completely invalid. Qassem accused the Lebanese government of making unilateral concessions that harm the nation's sovereignty and vowed that the group would continue its armed resistance. Meanwhile, Nabi Berri, the Speaker of Lebanon's parliament and head of the Amal movement, also condemned the deal as unbalanced. In response, Israeli Defense Minister Israel Katz warned that Israeli forces would remain in southern Lebanon until Hezbollah is fully disarmed, adding that Israel would use powerful force against Iran if it attempts to interfere. Despite the signing of the peace roadmap, military actions continue on the ground. An Israeli drone strike on Nabati al-Faqwa in southern Lebanon reportedly killed one person and injured 2 others, underscoring the fragile state of the truce. The U.S. Supreme Court has issued 2 landmark rulings regarding the balance of power between the executive branch and independent government agencies, as reported by the Liberty Times. In one case, the court ruled 6-3 to uphold the president's authority to terminate officials within independent regulatory agencies for any reason, effectively expanding executive power. However, in a separate case involving Federal Reserve Governor Lisa Cook, the court ruled 5-4 against the administration's attempt to dismiss her. Chief Justice John Roberts, writing for the court, emphasized that the Federal Reserve requires protection from political pressure to function effectively. The ruling established that the president cannot fire Fed members without just cause and must provide due process, including notice and a fair hearing. This decision ensures that the nation's central bank remains insulated from arbitrary political interference, preserving its independence as intended by Congress. That's all for this video. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.